You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's going on, diecast collectors and diecast reviewers on YouTube? This is Original right here, and I hope you guys are ready for this because this is probably going to be one of the most hyped IndyCar diecast reviews that we got for this year. I know a lot of my colleagues, like Racing 2011 and David Land, have already reviewed this car, but I decided to take these up a little bit and review the 164 version of this car. And it has to do with the Indy 500 car. And no, it's not the race winner, guys. But don't worry, the Takuma style diecast will be coming out. But enough of me babbling, guys. Today we're going to be reviewing the man, the myth, the legend, Fernando Alonso in his first appearance in the Verizon IndyCar Series in the McLaren Honda Andretti car. This is a really cool car that I picked up by my good friends on eBay from the racing store of Alpha Racing Collectibles. Feel free to check them out. I will provide the link in the description as this car is on eBay and it is going to sell fast. Because you guys know Fernando Alonso, he is an F1 superstar and a two-time F1 champion as well. So, really cool right there, and I will have to share some stories about this car as well because I did saw this car in person. So, because I was at this year's the 101st running of the Indy 500. You can see right there, that's my bronze badge box. But really cool right there, we got the traditional packaging with all the other sponsors and branding for the Verizon IndyCar Series, Green Light Collectibles who make this diecast, and man, this car just looks beautiful. The orange looks so bright on this camera. It is a little more dull in person, but this is probably the one time I don't mind the camera being a little oversaturated because this diecast is such a beauty. You guys can go ahead and feel free to read that if you guys want to. But with all the rest of the other fans who are watching, hopefully some Formula 1 fans are watching as well, then welcome. Hope you guys could enjoy this review. But we're going to go ahead and unbox this bad boy. We're going to take a close look at the Fernando Alonso 2017 IndyCar diecast. Alright, buddy, we got this beautiful looking car off its box. My God, does this give you guys some good vibes, especially for any old Formula 1 fans who are watching this and any old IndyCar diecast collectors. Man, this diecast is really cool. Love the orange in this car, but I am not alone as we are looking at Fernando Alonso's car. We also got the oil figure as well, so really cool. I decided to get this because why not? Because I wanted something to get the hype for the diecast review started. So, Mr. Fernando Alonso and his little oil figure. You can get this up at the IMS shop. Put the link in the description if it's still there. If not, you can find this on eBay as well. They are a little expensive, but they're pretty cool. If you guys saw my Hinchcliffe Long Beach winner, then you guys know what I'm talking about. But we're going to put little Fernando off to the side, and we're getting back to this diecast, and we can see his still a part of Fernando. I know it looks kind of disturbing. It looks like he's yeah, you know what I mean. Try to keep this PG rated here for you guys. But man, what a beautiful looking car this is, guys. Easily, without a doubt, next to this car and the probably the Hinchcliffe Air Electronics Gold car and the Pagano Menards. I think those three have to be my top 3 favorites for this year. This being one of them for sure, along with the front row podium that we're supposed to be getting very soon, probably in December, and of course the race version for Takuma Sato. But I'll provide you guys with that. And we also got the Simon Pagano DXC car as well. But man, Green Light did a really great job, you know, replicating this diecast. It was only a matter of time that they were going to make this because you guys know Fernando Alonso. Man, he sells stuff like crazy, especially when we heard the news. I mean, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I mean, at first I was like, oh, yeah, Fernando Alonso. I wasn't really to F1 that much. But man, after seeing Fernando Alonso and see what he did in IndyCar, I got back to F1. I haven't watched a lot of F1 races lately. I guess you can call me a bandwagon. And I do like Fernando, and I appreciate that, he gave this an opportunity. He's also going to be driving in the 24 Hours of Daytona next year. So, glad to see Fernando is going to be returning again for U.S. racing. So, really nice right there. Let's take a look and give you guys all the best I can for the 360 views. There are still some slight problems to this car. So Green Light did a decent, they did a good job, you know, I mean, with the orange and all that. Like I said, the orange is a little more brighter on my camera, but I'm sure all you McLaren fans out there who are watching this video are going to enjoy this. But probably we're going to go ahead and show you guys the problems. Right off the bat, there are no alcohol sponsors on this car. As you guys know, there's supposed to be a, I think, a Chandon logo right here, or some sort of alcohol sponsor. And right where the sponsor blocker is, it's on both sides. There's not a Chandon logo to be seen. Now, a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's just like Lionel. that you can't have alcohol sponsors in the 164s. Well, Greenlight's a lot more different, because if we look at my Joseph Newgarden car from last year, they made a 164 version, and that is a Fuzzy's vodka bottle that's right on top, and there's no base. So Greenlight is a lot more different when it comes to alcohol sponsors. So I think David Lamb pointed this out. I think they just couldn't acquire the rights for it, because Chandon or Shannon, whatever you pronounce it, I'm horrible at pronunciation, so I do apologize for any hardcore Alonso fans out there who are watching this video. Deeply do apologize, but still a really cool car regardless. And also the Spain flag is also a little screwed up as well. You can see right there, it's supposed to be italicized, just like Fernando Alonso's name, but it still looks pretty cool. I mean, I know on the 118 they did that as well, so I know not everything is pitch perfect, but without all those nitpicks, it's still pretty dang cool. And also, I think it's supposed to be there's supposed to be like a little thing inside that flag as well. I mean, I'm not too familiar with my Spanish or the Spain's, but I do know that that Spain flag does look incorrect. But that's just my opinion. And we also got the red Firestone tires, because this was ran at the Indy 500, which I got mixed feelings about that. I kind of wish they would go back to the white tires, because from a close-up it doesn't look too bad, but from a distance it kind of looks like it's blending in, and it just doesn't really look right. I wish the red was probably a little more brighter, and also these cars, when these wheels are moving pretty fast, it looks like they're running Redstone fire tires. So I don't know. I still got mixed feelings about them running the red tires, but it's happened. It's they've done it since the 100th running, and can't really blame them. But still pretty cool that they were able to to get that detail. And you see, look, all the other sponsors that we got right here, really cool. Even the blue came out very nice. But yeah, the Greenlight, without all those other problems I just mentioned, what a fantastic diecast this is, guys. Easily, I would recommend getting this car, because it is going to sell like hotcakes, especially with all the Formula One fans who only watch that race. You guys know they love merchandise, and as soon as they see this Fernando car, oh, it's gonna they are just gonna take this off the shelves like crazy. We got a paint chip there too, so I guess Greenlight's not as just as guilty as Lionel is with diecast quality. I just had to burn them right there. Sorry, Greenlight, for watching this video. But you see right there, you got all the other sponsors right there that I know this is not actually, when Fernando Alonso first drove this car, there weren't that many sponsors on this car, and they did change a lot of sponsors, especially towards, the week toward race day. So this is actually what the car that he drove, that's what it looked like at the race. And speaking of that, guys, I was actually at this race. If I'm able to do some good editing, I'll probably show you guys some pictures, throughout this review of the car that I was able to to see. You can see right there on some of the pictures I'm providing you. Did get a pretty good close-up with Fernando Alonso in his car. I was able to just shortly meet him. If you guys look at my photos, I think I did got a picture of Fernando Alonso, but he was riding on his skateboard, and he came out pretty quickly, and he was out and done, because the crowds were just all over him like crazy, which he is an F1 superstar. I get that, but it was still pretty cool, and it was a pretty unique atmosphere. I mean, I really a lot of people have mixed feelings about having the F1 fans at the Indy 500. I don't know. I kind of liked it. It really brought a new type of atmosphere that I think IndyCar kind of needed. I mean, I know they do an amazing job with the Indy 500. I think they can do a lot more better, especially for some of my hardcore fans out there. Some of my hardcore IndyCar fans out there, like David Land and Rob, they know what I'm talking about. I only know so much, as they know those guys are like IndyCar gods. If you guys want to ask them anything about IndyCar, those two guys are the way to go. But they're also my best buds as well. But man, what a cool looking car. I mean, this could have been your Indy 500 champion as well, but we all know what happened with the Honda engines, with all of them blowing up, even towards race day and qualifying. The Hondas were looking pretty weak, and it was only a matter of time that, as much as I hate to say it, because Fernando goes through this crap a lot in F1 with his McLaren, but it looks like we're not going to be seeing him next year at the Indy 500, because, he is going to be with McLaren and Renault, so they are partnering up. They're dropping the Honda at the end of this year for F1. So hoping, lots of brighter and better things are going to go with this legend right here. But man, what a cool looking car, and it was a great honor to be at this race. Feel free to comment below if you guys were at this race as well, because seeing this car in person and, you know, seeing it all build up toward race day was truly amazing, and probably is a good reason why I strongly recommend going to the Indy 500 every year. Definitely, without a doubt, something I would strongly recommend getting for any Indy 500 fans out there. But hope you guys enjoyed this review of Fernando Alonso's 2017 McLaren Andretti Autosport Honda. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a good comment, like. If you guys have not already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for any more of the latest IndyCar diecast reviews and many more IndyCar diecasts to come. But until then, this is Rich Big Bry, and I'm signing off for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this IndyCar diecast review, and we'll catch you guys next time for any more IndyCar diecast reviews to come.